Hank Green once said that the best time to start a YouTube channel was 10 years ago. That may be true, but I also discovered another great time to start a YouTube channel, and that is when you are really excited about it. Before I get into explaining this idea further, I wanted to quickly recap what has happened on the Quilling quarter last month. First, I published my reflection that pondered the idea of deep thought and how to reach such a state. My how-to video showed you how to quill a bunch of roses, and I was super happy with this design. And on Valentine's Day, the Sydney Quillers group had their quarterly meeting where the theme was roses. And Wendy Verity taught us how to make these origami roses, and they were actually quite tricky to make. Leisha Politis also taught us a technique for abstract quilled roses. And it was a really fun day, and I was lucky enough to win the card competition for my roses design. And my prize was a box of roses chocolates, which was very appropriate. And finally, I published my book review of Susan Cain's 2012 book, Quiet. I really ummed and ahed about whether to review this book or not. I read it in late last year and found it quite hard to read sometimes. I took notes as I went and found it interesting, certainly, but I think I needed more time than I expected to process it all. As I mentioned in the book review, I felt quite guilty for my behaviour as a predominantly extroverted person. But what I realised is that this book helped me see something that I didn't see before, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm glad I wrote the review and made the video in the end. Interestingly, my extroversion might inform my reflection today. So if you are introverted or extroverted, I would be keen to hear what your thoughts are on what I'm about to say. Here goes. Hank Green once said that the best time to start a YouTube channel was 10 years ago. The same probably goes for blogs. That may be true, but I recently discovered another great time to start a blog or YouTube channel, and that is when you're really excited about what you're learning. Allow me to explain. My partner recently shared an idea he read from a blog called Put a Num on It. The article was titled How I Write, but the section of the article that particularly caught my attention was titled I Write Before I Understand It All. Here is an extended quote from this section. It goes, I'm most likely to write for hours at a time when I'm excited about an idea. I get most excited about an idea while I'm figuring it out, not before or after. Before, it's too vague and confusing, but after I figured it out, it's often stale and boring. I often forget why I was excited about it in the first place. It just seems just too obvious to write about. This diagram by Sarah Perry perfectly illustrates this. The speed of compression, that is, figuring it out, is highest when I'm 50 to 70% of the way to full understanding, and I have to resist the urge to delay writing until I'm at 90%. I do a lot of research and thinking as I'm writing, not just before. I really love this idea. There are two things I want to unpack here. The first is evolving in front of an audience, and the second is being comfortable to evolve in front of an audience. So if we talk about the first idea, I think one of the most interesting things to watch is someone's process as they figure it out. I followed a number of YouTubers when they were small, and now years later they've grown to 500,000 subscribers and some to almost 1 million subscribers. The key thing about these creators is that they shared their process and evolution as they went, not when they were perfect. They got better and better with an audience and people to watch that evolution. But the most important thing was that these people were excited to share their discoveries as they went and as they were learning it. I guess the trick is to be interesting and worthy enough of people watching early on to hook enough people to be interested to keep watching. But as you may have gathered from watching my videos, particularly the one I did last year that was titled Don't Touch the Fish, Focus on the Rice, I'm a strong believer in just diving in and giving things a go. There is no point waiting till you're perfect, because perfection is an illusion. The other interesting thing about this concept is being confident to actually show your evolution in front of an audience. In my short experience of the Quilling Quarter on YouTube and Instagram, I've had two particularly interesting comments from friends and family. One comment was from a friend who said she's noticed the improvement in my quilling in the work I share on Instagram. This improvement is only possible to see because I'm improving and showing my work as it evolves, so there's something to compare it to. The second comment was from a friend who said that they would never start a YouTube channel when they weren't already really good at their craft. I was very open about the fact that I'm learning about quilling. I'm a novice at quilling, designing this game of YouTube and making videos. It is all new to me and it's scary. But having uploaded 30 videos so far, I'm evolving in my style and figuring things out. How I do my thumbnails has changed and hopefully improved. How I plan and make videos has improved, and hopefully my actual quilling has improved as I'm starting to get more confident in creating my own designs and less reliant on copying other artists. I'm excited by this process and I want to share it now. I'm excited by this idea as I discuss it. Waiting until I'm good at my craft might never happen. Who is to judge when the quality of my quilling art or my writing or my editing is good enough? What I think is important is the excitement and the passion. At least for me, that's more interesting to watch. And I think this captures the essence of that blogger's comments. I want to share my excitement of discovery as I discover it, not when it's become obvious or even worse, stale. Even now, when I look back at some of my designs and early videos and think, it was so obvious. But the point was, at the time, it was exciting and new information to me and I wanted to capture my understanding of it. I feel like this is more interesting for you to watch anyway. Other artists and YouTubers I've watched, I've loved seeing their evolution and their discovery, and it's almost like a reward for me as the audience, for watching it as it happens and seeing the payoff. And there's something so gratifying in watching someone improve and do really well. I admit it is an interesting conundrum to be in, to dive into something when you have no idea if it'll work, but you're excited and itching to try, versus being a master of something and coming across as stale and boring because it's obvious and the audience knows it. I hope to be embracing this philosophy of sharing ideas and creations when I'm excited about them as I learn them. For you watching now, what I say and what I show you might be exciting and new for you, or it might be obvious to you. But either way, I hope you enjoy watching my excitement as I share it with you. Speaking of sharing exciting things with you, I'm excited for the month ahead and what I plan to publish in March on the Quilling Quarter. Next Friday, I'm going to post a fun video of how to quill a poodle. I had so much fun making it and I'm having a great time now in the editing process, and there'll be a funny surprise in that video, so stay tuned for that next week. Then the following Friday the 19th of March, I'm going to publish a book review of this book, 3-Dimensional Quilling by Jane Jenkins, and show you the 3D figures that I made, which includes that poodle. And finally, on Friday the 26th of March, I will publish my interview with Quilling Guild Fellow and founding member of the Sydney Quillers Group, Wendy Verity. We had a fantastic chat about her quilling career, her incredible art, and her love of feathers. And I'm excited to share this with you. I hope you had a great February and all the best for the month ahead. Take care and happy quilling. Goodbye.